Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all to do the schedule stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Monday, the 4th of October, 2021, week 77. Dealing with this flu out of China, pandemic, worldwide catastrophe, inflation causing mess. Anyway, this thing keeps not sure what the lighting's doing right now. Excuse me. This is a retake basically. I tried doing the video on the ride here, and this is a different phone, and it overheated. So there's just something about, I guess, the angle of the sun or something at this time of year. It does not like coming. It does not. The phones don't like it. So, totally missed yesterday and Sunday's morning with Doc, or coffee with Doc, and when I do the weekly thing. My brother came over earlier in the day. Well, I was still drinking my coffee, and we ended up yakking and puttering around trying to get things done on his van. Excuse me. Ordered a few things for him through Amazon and yada yada. And then my son called. He was almost done with Sherry. He was about to be there in a little bit to pick me up. So never know what his little bit it is. It could be, it's like 20 minutes from his house, but he could be around the corner, or he could be another hour or two. Turned out he was a little over an hour later, but went over there, had dinner with my granddaughters. Daughter-in-law made up American goulash. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a kind of a one-pot meal. It's well, not really, but go-to favorite. I mean, I love it. I'm making several different versions of it, but it's basically elbow macaroni, ground beef, tomatoes, onions, peppers, a tomato sauce, but not a heavy sauce. Yeah, that's alright. I don't need another scam call. Yeah, cheese, and you can make, like I said, I make it up various ways. I can make it up with taco sauce and or salsa and taco seasonings, or take it a beef way and add like a brown gravy instead of the red tomato gravy. Anyway, it was really good. So there's something about a home cooked meal, I guess. I don't know. And it's one of those, like I said, it's one of my favorites anyway. It's a comfort food. It's easy to make. You make a big batch of it. Doesn't cost a whole lot. And yeah, something I used to make all the time for the kids. So my son spent all weekend messing around with Sherry. Took out the entire front interior, moved my cabinets and everything around so that he could get to the motor. Pulled the whole top of the motor off. He had to pull each one of the spark plugs, drill the holes out, epoxy in a new threaded insert, put them back into place, redo put the motor all back together again, fresh plugs, wires, cleaned out the intake and all that stuff, and she's running really nice. But it took him the better part of 2 days. So she is back up and running. I'd be running her right now because she needs to get a couple of heat cycles where the motor's heated up and then cooled down, heated up and cooled down, and it's a 75 mile round trip from my house to the school to the daughter's house and back to my house. So that's a nice heat cycle. But on the way home last night, I hit the brakes and everything came flying up towards the back of my seats. So I don't know what he didn't put back in place or what, but when I look back, everything was a mess. So I'll end up being back there this afternoon, or actually this evening, when I get home from the other daughter's house. Try and organize it up enough that I can come out here and pick up the G-Brats tomorrow and, for the next couple of days. Run the van. I mean, fuel-wise, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this thing gets about 125 miles to a quarter tank of gas, but a quarter tank of gas for this is 5 gallons. The van gets about 100 miles for a quarter tank, but I'm pretty sure that's like 10 gallons. So it costs a little bit more. I mean, a fill up on both of them, I think it's about $20 more on the van. So it is what it is. The van's got nicer AC too, so. I'll try to get that up and running and whatever. Found this the other day on the curb. So it needs to be cleaned up. Yeah, it may not work at all. Anyhow, so yeah, that's what happened yesterday. That's where we're at now. Don't really have a whole lot else to say for right now. I'm gonna have to go over, get in that line. No, that line runs pretty far. I don't know if you can see it. The street across there. The line runs about there. So that's probably a little over a quarter of a mile worth of traffic, and they take them in 12 cars at a time. So I'll head over there when it says 3:13 on my clock. It's 3:09 now, so yeah. Thereabouts. If the line's still, if I can't get out of this parking lot without waiting for the line's too long. So I can pretty much sit here and watch that and figure out what I'm doing. Anyway, so not a whole lot other than that going on today. We'll see what else happens during the week. I don't have any real plans. There's a couple of things I would like to do. I just heard about a new barbecue shack that does a barbecued brisket cheese steak, that's what they're calling it anyway. So I'm thinking shredded barbecue brisket and cheese on a roll. It may not be a cheesesteak, but it sounds delicious. It really does. So I'm probably going to try to get over there and see about that. But there was a couple of other places. I just posted a rant about this on Facebook the other day. There was a bagel shop about 15 minutes from me, and they do a pork roll sandwich. A pork roll is kind of a regional thing for New Jersey. South Jersey calls it pork roll. North Jersey calls it Taylor ham. It's the same thing. But anyway, they said that they had a sandwich down there, pork roll cheese on a Kaiser roll. I haven't had that since last time I was in New Jersey. So I was fixing and ready to get over there. Then I find out that they're only open until 1 o'clock most days. One day a week they're open until 3 o'clock. in the afternoon, not 1 o'clock in the morning. I hate places like that. There's several of them. One of the guys that my son knows, his dad has a cafe, or actually he calls it a diner, I think. It's only open until the middle of the afternoon. There's a place right around the corner from me. It's only open until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That doesn't do me any good. Not at all. But I just don't understand it. Why not be open and let other people, or get the afternoon evening crowd? And the post on Facebook on the foodie page, they were saying, well, it's the pandemic and there's a shortage of help. And no, people, this is like, it's been going on for years, especially like American Grinder. It's been there for, I don't know, 20 years, the same hours. So, I mean, they're not hurting for business. It's a place that I can't normally go to because of my sleep schedule. And I know I'm not the only night owl in a city of 2 million people. So, I can't be, because when I'm out at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, the streets are still loaded with cars. And then you get to the whole diner. Places down here call themselves a diner, and then they're not open 24 hours a day. I'm from New Jersey, the diner capital of the world. Diners are open 24/7. There's an old joke about, you don't need a key for the front door of a diner because it's never locked. They're never closed. Anyway, looks like it's that time. I gotta get out of here. Actually, yakety-yacked a little too long. So, let me know what you think, folks. Thumbs down, thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around to your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. Well, Facebook's up and running again. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all.